Alright, if you watched the video I just did, and you remember it, I hope you do, that was really not that long ago, um, it looked like these were, it looks different to you now. These are the Hibiki SE, and I switched the cable from the TFZ LTD. And I also have Mandarin. Let me go ahead and take a look at this. Symbio by Mandarin. Put the Symbio on your blah blah, bad guy 3L. I reached out to this guy because I had heard about these because I use the EX1000s, and these are notorious for not getting good fit. And someone said, these work really good. You squeeze them before you put them in your ear, memory foam, and then they got the silicone on the outside, and you're good to go. And I thought, I'll ask the guy if he'll send some. And he sent them. And I've done this twice before, and I never did the video for the tips because they didn't do what people said they did. These actually do it. Not only that, but the tips that come with this are crap, or don't really work that well. So I took a set, and I have another set that I put onto these, and I went back and forth. I got this song Saved by Zero because it's saved by Symbio, or Symbio, or whatever the name is. Let me go up. Let me go up. Whipping Post, Allman Brothers, Look at You, Look at Me, Can't Trust It. Started with this is where I was when I was doing these two right here. This is Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd. Listened to this with the regular tips, thought it was okay, sounded like the vocals were slightly back. If it wasn't great, decided to switch the tips. So I took these out and thought I should give them their own video, but why not show the difference in what it does. I put the tips on the Hibiki SEs and got a really good fit, and this sounded very, very nice. Put the tips on these, and the treble portions of this track were way too high. And if that wasn't enough, what came after that, Public Enemy, Can't Trust It. There's horns in this, boom boom, chicka chicka wah wah, chicka chicka wah. Bass in your face, not a one track. This is a classic, but there's some high horns, or their deck mixed, like, sound like horns, and they're pretty high. But they were annoying on these, and they sounded good on these. And I started to realize that the mid scoop on this was not what I saw on a graph, and the treble on this was not what I saw on a graph, because the treble on these, let's look at these for a second. These are stunningly beautiful. If we were going by looks, this is winner winner. Beef steak dinner. Let's not use the chicken dinner. It's a beautiful design. Treble's too high and the mids are too low. The gap between those two adjoining regions is too significant for me. What you're looking at is a much more balanced set, and the mids sound quite decent. Now that just came out because these are round and that is a square, so I'm going to have to pay attention until I figure out another set of cables to use. If you don't have the correct set of tips, then you have nothing. If there's a single most important part of the hobby of in-ear monitors, it's getting a good seal in your ear. That's not negotiable. You can't get kind of a good seal, and it's going to affect the bass, definitely. And the rest of the sound spectrum is going to be affected. You need tips that work, and you got to keep rolling until you find them. Some people have walked away from very expensive sets when they didn't even really try, and they probably missed out on what might have been the set that they wanted. I think they're probably hobbyists, so they don't care. Read about these and the EX1000s because those are notorious for a bad fit. They worked on my EX1000s. I got 2 extra pairs. I figure I use them sometimes when I need them. I didn't know if I needed them at this one, but I figured I got them, why not use them on 2 things? I got 3 pairs. One's on the EX1000s, and I got 2 extra I'm going to compare two. The bass on both of these is elevated, not that much. The mids on those are slightly more recessed than these, and the treble is higher on these. And I like treble because I like the EX1000s, but it was too much for me. Let's swipe up. Save by zero. It's got a lot of techno, upper register stuff. It would be fatiguing on this as it was. It sounded nice, but not something I would listen to for a long period of time. And on these, it sounded nice. Now this is not a cable that's going to work for a long period of time because this is round and this has got that square recess. So I still think that Shozy should include a cable like this one, which I just harvested off of the TFC King LTD. For something that sounds this good, and for something that's labeled as special edition, give it a special edition cable. Stop being tight. Seriously. Or don't name stuff special and then give it the same cable as the not special thing. So I like the bass on these approximately the same. I like the mids on these better than I do those, and I don't like the treble on that. And this is acceptable. Whether it's Notorious B.I.G., The Fix, Leonard Skinner, Simple Man, they all sound better on this set than they do that set. And when I did the video 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, I honestly swear to God on my mother, thought it was going to go the other way. I don't like that these are the same shape as the other two Hibikis. I don't like that they're not clear about what the differences are between the Hibiki Special with the AAW logo on. I don't like that stuff. What's the specs? Share it with people. Stop playing fucking games. That was my mode. Turned off the camera. Uploaded the video. But this is about sound, and if I went into a sound store and I was going to pick this set or that set, so long as I had decent tips, I'd pick these. But there's how important tips are. If these had like small, because for the public, silicone tips, and this had small silicone tips, I don't know which one I'd pick. I chose the tips. I picked this one. So I'm going to think about whether to put a check mark next to it. But I would rec this over the TFC LTD. And my tracks that I mostly listened to were the Fix, Say by Zero, Leonard Skinner, Simple Man, Whipping Post by the Allman Brothers, Big Papa by Notorious B.I.G. And I'm out of here. I said before, so close. Not so close, really. I said that the mids were slightly, and the treble's too high. Maybe different tips than the Symbios. I'd like to say thank you to... I'm going to title this video with this dude, because he was great. This is from Hungary, by the way. Symbio by Mandarin, capital E-S. Session foam material is thermoplastic. It is stiffer in cold weather. Certainly please hold it. CCA 1030. Second from port needs this time to dilate in your ear canal. You feel how it slowly isolates the outer noise. Please do not wash. Use microfiber cloth for cleaning silicone part. Enjoy. There we go. And I enjoy it. Thank you very much, bro. Good stuff. Tips. One of the more underrated or underspoken parts of this entire hobby right here. And I'm out.